or to this a suggestion via a channel member. Let's check it out.
Well, on to this. This is hard to believe. Des Moines Schools superintendent arrested by ICE. ICE announcing Friday that
Why?
Ian Andre Roberts
by
is,
ICE.
quote, a criminal illegal alien from Ghana in possession of a loaded handgun, $3,000 in cash, and a fixed-blade hunting knife. At the time of his arrest, Roberts was working as the superintendent of Des Moines Public Schools, despite being an illegal alien with a final order of removal and no work authorization.
Okay.
Roberts has existing weapons possession charges from February 5th, 2020, and was given a final order of removal by an immigration judge in May of 2024. Absolutely stunning. Former acting DHS Secretary Chad Wolf.
Guys, I would suspect someone like a superintendent would be like heavily vetted, right? If that makes any sense here. I do think that we probably need to start going through that process. I mean, background checks need to probably be strengthened. Understand, this reminds me of a case that happened, I think it was in Maine, where there was another like illegal immigrant that became like a police officer. Like, we obviously have problems with vetting people, it seems.
Wolf joins me now. You know, Chad, you and I worked together when I was in the White House. Yeah. It is shocking to me that someone in charge of our school district, the largest school district in Iowa, had a final removal order. How does that happen? I don't think it would have happened under your tenure.
Well, it's a great question. Obviously, the school district did not do their due diligence.
Right.
He has a criminal record as well. So clearly they didn't do any type of
background investigation.
The amazing part here is he has no work authorization. So when they enter this individual's information into their system in order to get paid, to pay taxes and the like, all sorts of red flags should have been prompted there.
So how was he getting paid?
I think it'll be interesting to see what they say, to see how this individual, did he use an alias? How did this come about? And I think it begged the further question of the amount of illegal aliens that are here in the United States, working in everyday jobs and the like. And some of them, like this individual who has a possession charge, has other criminal acts on their record, and to be so close to school children, right? To be part of the education system there in Des Moines is really troubling.
I mean,
yeah, guys, it definitely tells me that there are way too many blind spots. I mean, personally, like based off what you just said here, we have entirely too many blind spots. We need to kind of fill in these blanks here. You never know who is actually the closest to your children, based off what I'm seeing here, guys. That's unfortunate.
Chad, I look at these pictures and I see kids, and I think that could have been my kid. And this guy had a criminal charge. Do you think, and again, I know I'm asking you to speculate here, did they just not input his name into the system? How
it's
often
nothing
does
but
this
speculation,
happen? I mean,
but I
there
agree.
are measures in place. I mean, it seems like it'd have to take a whole lot of looking the other way to not find this.
I think so. Look, the school system there, just like any other employer around the country, has an obligation to make sure that everyone that they're hiring is here in the United States legally. Has the ability to work legally. So if they're not a U.S. citizen, then they have some type of work authorization provided by the federal government. In this case, the Department of Homeland Security. He didn't have any of this. And so the question is, did he provide a fraudulent social security number and was operating as someone else? And if not, I think there's a lot of questions that school system has to answer. And the question is, are there others there as well?
Yeah, you know, Secretary Wolf, that's a great question. And back to our top story of the day, because I want viewers to understand, you were at DHS, Department of Homeland Security. Underneath that is U.S. Secret Service, who found this vast network of servers. Matt McCool from Secret Service had this to say. He said it would be unwise to think that there's not networks like this all across the country. You were at DHS. Do you think there could be networks of servers beyond New York in cities like Chicago, LA, Miami, all across the country?
Yes.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I agree with the agent there. I think this is a wake-up call, not only for everyday Americans, but just others involved in the fight here. And the good thing, which I heard the chairman say, is that we have agencies in the federal government, state and local partners, and others that are dealing with this each and every day. And we see types of incidents like this. We see probes. We see other things from nation-state actors and others that get interdicted almost on a daily basis. Not all of them make the news. This is a significant one. This is concerning for a variety of different reasons. They can enable denial of service attacks and take down cell towers, as was mentioned here. So I think what this says is, because we have an open society, we need to rely more and more in our investigative powers that we provide to certain law enforcement intelligence agencies so that they can go about this and thwart this before it begins. But this should be a wake-up call. There are bad people that want to take down Americans and do Americans harm every single day. They reside outside of the United States, but they also reside here in the United States
absolutely.
as well.
It's terrifying, but it's great to know that Secret Service was on it. Secretary Wolf, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Look, guys, I fully understand the threat, and I do think that we need to kind of patch some holes here, right? I do think that based off of the open border that we had over the last couple of years, specifically under Biden, we don't know at all who's here. Truth be told here. We have a lot of issues with the gotaways. I mean, obviously the ones who actually came through and tried to deliver their information, and then by saying that they are here for asylum, even though they're not, right? But either way, the gotaways, I think, are the scariest ones because, again, guys, imagine how many of those gotaways that are here under some type of like assumed identity are similar to this guy here who had a criminal record and is now working with children, right? I think that's the main dilemma, I think, of this entire scenario here, guys, right? There's one more video, I think, that you guys sent me kind of regarding it, so let's go ahead and jump into that immediately.
Start tonight with an update to breaking news. Online records show an Iowa school superintendent is now in custody at the Woodbury County Jail. This after being arrested by Immigration and Customs Enforcement. Good evening, I'm Bill Shammer. This is a story we have been following all day. Dr. Ian Roberts is the head of Des Moines Public Schools.
Dr. Ian
He was
Roberts.
set to be detained at the Potawatomi County Jail, but that changed late this afternoon. KETV News Watch 7's Maddie Augustine is in the newsroom. And Maddie, I understand you literally just got an update on this.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, Bill, we just learned moments ago the Des Moines Public Schools spokesperson was on a video call with Roberts as he was detained. Authorities called this a, quote, targeted enforcement. We know multiple agencies were involved, including ICE and Iowa State Patrol. ICE says Roberts fled a traffic stop. His vehicle was abandoned near a wooded area.
Oh, he ran.
He was located later and taken into custody, leaving the school district, parents, and students alike all shocked. From Des Moines to Potawatomi County.
People are mad. We want answers.
Protesters gathered in outrage Friday after Immigration and Customs Enforcement agents arrested Des Moines Public Schools Superintendent Dr. Ian Roberts.
Okay, this just has to be ridiculous, guys. Like this is just utterly insane. So now there's a protest trying to get a literal criminal with a criminal past that has been living under the guise of whoever he has been living under the guise of. Is he even a doctor? Number one, are his degrees, up to par? Let's say, guys, there's gonna be issues here. Why are you trying to free someone with a criminal record and gun charges? What's happening here?
And honestly, when I first heard it, I
Where's
was
the logic in
tears,
that?
and it still makes me want to cry because there couldn't be a better person.
According to ICE, Roberts was in possession of a loaded handgun, $3,000 in cash, and a hunting knife. Roberts, who is from Guyana originally, has an existing citation from 2021 in Pennsylvania for having an unlawful loaded gun in a vehicle. Court documents show he was never arrested but paid a $100 fine and court costs. The Des Moines Public Schools District confirms it was aware of the citation when Roberts was hired as superintendent in 2023.
So they knew that.
Immigration officials say a federal judge gave Roberts a final order of removal in 2024. The school district says it did not know about the removal order, and Roberts completed all required employment verification paperwork.
The Iowa Board of Educational Examiners issued Dr. Roberts a license to serve as superintendent in the state of Iowa in July 2023.
Okay.
District leaders say they have not been formally notified by ICE and have not spoken with Roberts since his detention.
We stand firm with our community, many of whom are feeling sad, outraged, and helpless. We understand as we too are devastated by the news of his detainment.
Parents and district leaders alike calling Roberts an integral part of the community. They say he sparked positive change.
But it's a plan that truly highlights the hopes and dreams of the larger Des Moines community.
And they want his leadership back.
My hope is that he's found immediately, that whatever built up charges, bogus charges are...
bogus charges. He had a gun.
Floating around him are
and he
taken
couldn't
care
have
of,
one. He
and
shouldn't
that
have
he can
one.
come back to the schools.
Des Moines Public Schools has scheduled a special board meeting for tomorrow to discuss Robert's status and take action on administrative leave. It will be a closed session. We are working to continue to get answers, and so is our sister station located in Des Moines. We will continue to provide updates as we get them both on air and online.
Okay, guys. All right. This is why I kind of like seeing both sides of the coin, depending on how they're delivering the messaging. Listen, the fact that you're protesting is intriguing. It tells me that you're just leading off of some built-up image or profile, an active profile, basically you've created in your head about the guy who was charged with weapon charges in 2000, even though Iowa completely knew that, right? But then he gets caught again with weapons, right? Like, I mean, it's strange to me, okay? Like, you do know that he got caught again with a gun, and he can't have a gun because he's not an American, right? Like, you know that, and you're fighting to release the person because of the active profile you've basically created in your head that represents him. He still got caught with a gun, and I have no idea how someone gets off with an unlicensed gun in your car and with $100 fine. I don't even understand that right there, guys. All right, how does that even happen? Okay, so I think that pretty much solidifies that institutional racism may not be what you may perceive it as, if that is a thing that happened. Because this guy here, completely from a different country, very super thick accent. You get what I'm saying here? Has not been thrown underneath the jail for having a gun that was unlicensed. As an immigrant, as an illegal immigrant. All right. Listen, guys, I understand the emotional angle. You feel as if, he is who you've built him up to be. But again, he got caught with a gun. All right. So you want to let a criminal out. Like, if it was anyone else, would you say the same thing? Come on, guys. All right. Remove their emotion out of it and think logically, please. But all right, listen, you guys all have an absolutely amazing day. If you guys are new here, please like and subscribe. In the meantime, I'll catch you guys later.